Okay, welcome back to Farmbiz with Markay. Now, you remember I said we are going to start another batch of broilers, raising from day 0 to 5 or 6 weeks before we dispose them. So we'll be starting that batch today. Now, I just brought the chicks. They are in that carton right now. So I'm here to introduce them into the brooder. So I just light up the gas brooder because this is the brooder, the kind of brooder we'll be making use of in this our batch. So we want to know how effective it is, whether it's going to be better than charcoal or kerosene. So I'll be keeping you updated. Today is the one we'll be introducing the chicks into the brooder. Now, if you don't know how we set up this brooder, you can go to my channels. You can see all the steps we've taken in our previous batch to set up our brooder properly before introducing these day old chicks. So because I already had the video, so I had to skip that step. So everything you need to know is in my channel. Right now, we'll also be making use of these bird drinkers you are seeing. Now we have our tray feeders. Now remember, I also say we are going to spray some feed on top of the carton. Now, all these nipples drinkers that you see here, they are actually okay for the chicks, but I don't want to take any chance. So I included these manual drinkers as well as these bell drinkers to the whole system so that they will have more than enough drinkers to drink from. That's the essence of that. So I'll be introducing the chicks into this brooder right now. You can see the chicks. Now, normally what you do when you go to the pickup station, you need to check if there is any mortality. That you check at the pickup station so that if there is need for replacement, the driver and your vendor can be informed for any mortality that needs to be replaced. So I've already checked all of them at the pickup station. All of them, there was no mortality and they were all completed 51 in each carton. So I'll be introducing them to the brooder. Now normally I don't need to turn them into the brooder that way. I don't do it that way. Normally I count them. As I am dropping them one after the other, I count them to be sure that they are complete. So that's one of the things I do. Now, when you pour them that way, it may increase their stress level. So I don't want to do that. Though we've already included the glucose in the water we are giving them right now. In the next few minutes, we'll be introducing feed to them. So that's how we do it. Okay, you can see I've already introduced the chicks into the brooder. You can see how they are all acclimatizing with the environment. Now, I've not given them feeds because it's been about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes that I introduced them into this brooder. You can see how active they are. Now, this because I've already set the brooder temperature is gradually going high because the temperature outside is somehow cold because the weather has been raining since morning. So the weather has been cold since morning. Now I discovered another thing also, that these bird drinkers that I placed on the floor for them to be drinking from, they were stepping inside the bird drinker, so that won't be good for them. So I decided to lift it up a little so that they won't be able to access it until about a few days before bringing it down for them to be drinking from. Now you can see how active they are. I can tell you these birds are really okay because they are active. So we've not had any mortalities because though this transportation, they undergo serious transportation stress, but the mortality is zero as at this moment. So I've given them glucose. They've been drinking from the manual drinkers over there now, as well as the nipples drinkers. They've been drinking from them. So the next thing I'll be doing now, maybe in about 5 or 10 minutes from now, is to introduce feed to them. Okay, now you can see I'm introducing the feed in the newspaper on the carton for them because I want a situation whereby they have access to feed wherever they are in the brooder. This is very important. So in addition to the feed they will have in the tray and in the other feeders, they will need to have access to feed both on the floor of the brooder, which is on top of the carton, as well as the tray feeder. They need to have access to feed. This is very important for the first 3 weeks. Is very important. We don't restrict feed from them. They need to be eating seriously 24/7. That is very important. So we just introduce them to feed. You can see they are happy, moving up and down. So this is actually the best temperature. Like I always say, the best temperature for you to use to actually see how the birds are doing, if the temperature is okay, is actually how their activity level is in the brooder. You can see right now they are all moving up and down, evenly spread. This is very important. And since I started this batch, since about an hour or so ago that I put on this gas brooder, I have not had any issue. It's been so simple to operate and all of that. So I want to see how long this 12.5 kg gas that I feel is going to take me, if it's going to be okay, or if there is need for more. So I'll be keeping you updated. Now remember, I said we don't practice dump feeding. That means this little one that we just gave them in this tray feeder right now is enough. So after about 1 hour or two, we are going to come back to see how they are doing. If there is need to add more feed to the tray feeder and all of that, we'll do that. Normally at day one, I don't normally make use of this flip feeder because their mouth doesn't really get inside to really pick feed from this from this feeder. So let me just put some feed there. I know it's as from tomorrow, day 2, day 3, that's when they will actually be eating seriously from this flip feeder. Well, however, we still try and put some feed there for them so that to see whether they will be able to eat from them. Though even if they don't eat from that flip feeder, the other tray feeders is actually enough for them, because I have about 6 tray feeders here, plus this other one and this other one, which is enough for 200 chicks. So that is it. I can tell you this brooder is already heating up. It's already heating up. I can tell you, though the temperature outside is cold, I'm sweating here already. And you can see how evenly spread the chicks are. When it comes to drinking from this nipple, it doesn't take their time before they learn how to drink from it. You can see, it's just for one of them to start pecking on that pin. Before you know it, all of them will come around that nipple drinker and start drinking from it. You can see almost all of them, they are already drinking from the nipple drinker right now. You can see, you don't need to train them because they already know how to drink from it. It's just for one of them to start the whole thing. Before you know it, they will all rush down there and be drinking from there. Now you need to set the level. You can see how high it is from the floor that I raise it to. Just a little above their eye level, so that they will stretch their neck a little to peck at that pin and drink from it. This is very important, because if you just leave it on the floor, before you know it, the floor or the carton or newspaper around that where nipple is will be wet, and that will be good. So irrespective of that, we still need to monitor them closely to see if there is any area of the pen or of the brooder that is wet. We need to quickly replace the carton in that area so that we'll maintain dry brooder at all times. This is very important because we don't want any outbreak of coccidiosis. Now I discovered that when I left this drinker on the floor, they were messing up the water in the drinkers. You can see this part of the carton is wet, so I had to come and use 2x2 wood to like lift up the drinkers just a little above the ground, that their mouth can still reach the drinker to drink from the manual drinker. So that's what I did to reduce the amount of water they are spilling on the floor. So I don't really need that. With this now, that spillage has stopped. So that's one other thing I did. And the gas brooder that we are using is actually really making this place warm enough for them. So the temperature is gradually increasing. So what I'm going to do when it gets to 32, 33 degrees Celsius centigrade, that's the temperature they are supposed to be at day 1. So I'm going to reduce the flow of the gas so that the temperature can go down. So that's what I'm going to do. The sun has not come up. It's been cold all day since morning, so I doubt if the sun will actually come up today. So you can see the chicks are doing well. So we need to give them time. After introducing them to the brooder like this, we need to give them some time. After about an hour or so, we need to come back and check on them. So you can see they are evenly spread, drinking and eating. This is what we want. It's very, very important on this day. At times when you come to the brooder, it's normal for you to see some of the chicks running up and down, some eating, some resting, some sleeping. It's normal. So it's not that there is anything wrong. So you should expect that, because they can't all be eating at the same time, all be drinking at the same time, all be resting at the same time. No, you see some percentage of them eating, some percentage of them drinking. So that's how how their activities are in the brooder. So you should expect that. Some will be running around, some will be playing and all of that. So they are just trying to exploit their environment. It's been about 4 hours since we stocked these beds. Now what we do after this time, that is around that 3-4 hours that the chicks got into the brooder, we know that they've all been eating. We can see all of them drinking and eating, but we just want to confirm how well they've been eating. So what we do in this case, that is now, we pick the chicks at random, just pick anyone at random and check the crop. What we are doing right now is crop. Okay, this one is not, it's not that okay. It's okay, this one's crop is filled. Then when you check most of them, you should have a good number of them with their crop filled in about few hours. That within 24 hours you should have about 85% of their crop filled. So that tells you that okay, they've actually been eating and drinking. Now when you check some of them, you see some of their crop is soft. That means that chick has actually been drinking, he has not been eating much. So and when you check some of them as well, you observe that their crop is swollen. So it's solid, that is strong. So it's somehow strong. So that means that chick has actually been eating much and drinking a little. So this you do to ensure that, just to be sure that okay, all the chicks, they've been eating well and all of that. I know they've all been eating well, but I just want to confirm. I just want to be sure that okay, they've all been eating. Now this is how you do your crop feed. So they've actually been eating and drinking. Though it might not be all of them, some are all of them they've drank some waters, but some have not really taken in much feed. But though most of them, a very good percentage of them, they have eaten. So this, in about few hours again, I will come around to see if their crop, all of them are all filled. So I believe they will all be filled by then. Now, you know, the water we gave them for about 3.5 hours to 4 hours now is the water that contains the glucose to give them strength, to ease them the transportation stress they undergone. So we will be starting our medication today, as in giving them antibiotics and multivitamins. We'll be starting that this day 1. Though you can start it at day 1, day 2, it's not a problem. So but I'll be starting mine at later day of day 1. That's when I'll be starting the administration of multivitamins and antibiotics. Remember, we are not treating any form of disease. We are only trying to prevent. Now, the multivitamins, we aid them, we boost their appetite to eat more. So that's the purpose of the multivitamins. Then the antibiotics is to guide against any form of disease that might occur. So we don't want to wait until we experience any form of diseases before trying to treat them. No, we are not treating, we are just trying to prevent. So we'll be administering the multivitamins and the antibiotics, though the weather is still cold. Now, as you can see, I'm getting about 32.5 degrees centigrade from the thermometer that I put inside the brooder. I'm getting about 32.5 degrees centigrade. With this gas brooder reduced to the lowest level, so you can see there is no much gas going through, but it's still keeping the place warm for the chicks, which is okay. Now I want to be sure that the 12.5 kg LPG gas that I fill will be enough for me to raise this brew these chicks for like 4 or 5 days before stopping the heat for them. So if that's the case, that means I'll stick to this gas brooder. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification icon, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will go a long way in helping me to grow my channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you.